Students of 8th class, let us revise the unit test syllabus, that is chapter 3 of civics, named judiciary. So students, we know that there are three branches, as I told you: executive, legislature, and judiciary. And what is the work of judiciary? To explain the law, to interpret the law, and punish the lawbreakers. That means it protects the law. Okay, and it is independent from the executive ruling party. Okay, so we have Supreme Court at the apex, then we have High Court, then the subordinate courts, that is known as district courts. Okay, now there is a difference between criminal cases and civil cases which go to these courts. So example have been given here, and then we discussed about the Supreme Court consists of Chief Justice and 33 other judges, and time to time Parliament decides the number of judges. Then composition: Chief Justice appointed by the President on the advice of President. Judges are appointed by the President on the advice of Council of Minister, and other judges are appointed by President on the advice of Chief Justice, and they are removed through the impeachment. That is, if they prove misbehavior or if they go against the Constitution. So these are the qualifications we discussed. Okay, and then there are some functions here. Original jurisdiction. I told you that there are some cases which go at the first instance to the Supreme Court. Okay, that is the interpretation of the Constitution, dispute between center and the state, or dispute between two or more states. Okay, and also regarding your fundamental rights. Then I told you that appellate jurisdiction, that the Supreme Court has the right to take a leave certificate from the High Court. Okay, that means any client can appeal from High Court to Supreme Court, and Supreme Court is the highest court of appeal. Then there are some advisory function and court of record. That is, advisory function is what? The President can seek advice from the Supreme Court regarding any particular law made by the Parliament. Okay, and court of record, the cases are recorded. Whatever decisions or judgment is given, these are recorded by the Supreme Court. Okay, for the further references for the lower courts. Then we have judicial review. That means every law made by the Parliament is reviewed. If we have any doubt, and if the Supreme Court reviews it thinks that it is against the fundamental right, then the law will be called null and void. It will be cancelled. And from here we can say that Supreme Court is the guardian of fundamental rights. He guards our fundamental rights through various writs. Then we have High Court. Okay, there are some high courts which are shared by more than two states, like Haryana and Chandigarh Court. Haryana and Punjab Court in Chandigarh. Okay, so there also we have Chief Justice, and state-wise the judges are decided by the Parliament, number of judges. So these are the qualifications we have seen. Okay, the definition of original jurisdiction of the High Court is the same, only the examples are different. That means fundamental rights, divorce cases, marriage cases, straight we go to the High Court. Appellate jurisdiction, I have already explained what is this. Appeal can be made from the district court to high court, okay, if the client is not satisfied. Then we have various writs. Habeas corpus, that means we have the right to freedom. So the police, the government cannot arrest a person without any reason. If he's arrested, the government has to release. Then if lower courts are doing any uh, proceeding cases, the high court can ask them to stop because of it is beyond their jurisdiction. And then we have certiorari. It is similar to that of prohibition, but what is there here? The case is going on, and the Supreme Court can ask to stop the proceeding. Here, the subordinate court has given judgment beyond their jurisdiction, so Supreme Court can ask the subordinate court to quash. Quash means to cancel the proceeding, the judgment, or sorry, not proceeding, but the judgment. Okay, decision given by the lower courts. Then we have mandamus. That means again this is order from the superior court to subordinate court or administrative authority in case they refuse to exercise their jurisdiction or fail to perform their duty. Okay, then quo warranto we have. That means if any of the officer is holding office which the date is over, the date has been expired, so the Supreme Court can send orders to vacant the bungalow or the office. Then we have various subordinate courts. Okay, it is this one here, session court. In the session court, we have session judges court. It is also known as a criminal court. Then there are additional judges, first class magistrate court. And for the civil court, we have district judge. The same can be, session judge can be the district judge. Then there are additional sub-judge, and there are munship and tahsildar courts also. That means regarding the land disputes. Okay. Then we have another court, that is a Lok Adalat. Okay. So it's very cheap. Justice is given to the poor. Okay. The Lok Adalat is a voluntary forum which settles dispute between the conflicting groups. Compromise is made. Okay. So that's all from your third chapter. Revise it properly, learn it properly. If you have any doubt, you can ring up me. Thank you.